If you're thinking about living at the National here in downtown Dallas, then you're gonna wanna check out this video. So we're gonna be covering the floor plans, the amenities, the hotel, the 4 restaurants, every nook and cranny that this building has a part of, because with it being the tallest building in downtown Dallas, there's a lot of subtle nuances to it, and we're gonna cover all of it. If it's your first time swinging by the channel, welcome. My name's Lucas, and I'm an apartment locator here in Dallas, and every day I help folks relocate to new apartment complexes all over the Metroplex. So if you ever have any questions about anything that I cover, feel free to drop me a line. All of my information is below in the description. Without any further ado, let's go check out the National. Out of business in the 1980s. And as you can see, remodeling crews came in and renovated the building and tried to preserve as much stone and marble from the original bank. So this is a shared building, as you have the Thompson Hotel, which are on floors 1 through 22, and the National resides on floors 22 through 48. The National has 324 apartment units, which consists of studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, and penthouses. Residents at the National will have access to 6 full-service elevators, which are separate from another bay of smaller elevators that are only used by the Thompson Hotel guests. Your guests will have complimentary valet parking as well as a parking garage of which the leasing office will validate their parking ticket. All of the amenities, which we will dive into later, are on the 9th floor, and the only areas that you will be sharing with the Thompson Hotel guests are the gym, spa, and pool. All other areas are strictly for residents that live at the National. If residents of the National ever want to use the hotel portion of the building, they will be entitled to a $1,500 credit for booking rooms and eating at the restaurants, a 20% discount on hotel rooms, as well as a 20% discount at the hotel spa. And believe it or not, roughly 500 people come through this building every night, as the majority of folks are either a guest at the Thompson Hotel or are someone that is grabbing a bite to eat at one of the 4 restaurants, which are Catbird, Little Daisy, Kasaku, and Monarch. The leasing office is here on the 2nd floor, which is where you can pick up your packages, as well as grabbing some wine on tap, beer on tap, or any other alcoholic beverage. Here we are on the 50th floor, which shows the Kasaku Japanese restaurant, which has the sweetest views of downtown Dallas, and surprisingly even downtown Fort Worth, with being so high up. But I wanted to take this time to talk a little bit about some of the resident services that are exclusive to you for living here. This includes in-room dining, which are compliments of the Thompson Hotel, housekeeping and dry cleaning for $50 an hour. You also get 6 months worth of free rides through Alto, along with an additional $75 worth of ride credits. And believe it or not, the National has partnered with Porsche to provide you with an on-site courtesy car to drop you off anywhere within a 5-mile radius of the building. You will also get poolside service when you feel like taking a dip, a pet concierge, as well as full access to the spa. Now, if you live in one of the penthouses, then you get everything that I just mentioned, along with a dedicated concierge to help you book a spa or dinner reservations, arranging for packages to get delivered, etc. Complimentary morning tea and coffee with a newspaper delivered to your door each morning, complimentary housekeeping, complimentary flower arrangements from the on-site florist, and finally, 5 free nights of lodging at the Thompson Hotel. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at our first floor plan. So kicking things off with our smallest unit, again, I've got 7 units that we're going to be showing, and they're all in chapters in this video, so feel free to skip through and choose the ones that you're interested in looking at. But this is the A1, about 750 square feet, and it is almost like a Cracker Jack box, as you can see, especially compared to some of the other floor plans that we're going to be showing you. But each of these floor plans, you're going to have engineered hardwood throughout your common areas, and then you're going to have carpet in your bedrooms, as well as having quartzite countertops, your own wine fridge, and as you can see, you've got a little bit of cabinet space, as well as a pantry section and these two drawers to the right of where your TV is most likely going to go. So obviously a tidy living room. I don't know if this would be able to be the right fit for me. I'm a pretty big guy. I'm 6'6". Not sure how much wingspan I would have in here, but if you're just looking for a smaller area, maybe you don't work from home, or maybe you don't plan on being here a ton, maybe it could work for you. I mean, this is going to be the most affordable unit that we're going to be showing, so make sure to take it all in as we're coming into the bedroom here. And like I said, you're going to have carpeted floors, as well as your walk-in closet to the left, and your bathroom will also be connected. And I'm actually a pretty big fan of what they do with your bathrooms. Obviously you don't have your sit down tub, but you do get a larger shower with some pretty awesome tile that they've put in there, as well as a bench seat. And then you're gonna have your utility closet just off to the side between the bathroom and the kitchen. Next up, we've got the A5. This is another one bed, one bath, and it is around 80 square foot larger than the A1, which is what we just saw, and it's around $300 a month more expensive. But what I like about this one is that it has a lot more windows, which are floor to ceiling, which allows for a lot of natural light to come in. I still don't know how much cooking you could do in here or the first floor plan. Again, the island is about the same size as the A1, which is what we just saw. You've got a decent amount of counter space, but I'm just not sure how dangerous you could be in here. So if you like hosting, if you enjoy having a ton of people over and folks are coming and going, it might still be too tidy, but that is just me, and it is totally up to you. But I do like this floor plan because it allows for a lot more natural light as compared to the first one. And then as we're tiptoeing into the bathroom, you'll notice that your utility room is a little bit different than the first one that we saw, as it will be connected. You've got some extra shelving space up here if you've got other storage that you need to put away, which leads us to where all of the business will be done, and the bathroom is similar to the A1. So moving on up in the world to our 815, this one is a few hundred square foot larger and obviously a little bit more expensive. But this one's going to be a lot different than the first two floor plans that we showed, because one, you're going to have a ton more counter space, as you can see with a larger island, as well as having a dual vanity in the bathroom. So our first two floor plans that we showed would probably be more ideal if you are single, i.e. no one else is living with you, or if maybe you do have a pet, that'd be fine. But for this unit in particular, this would be more ideal for if you are living with someone, maybe it's a wife or a girlfriend, and you are going to be sleeping in the same room, because you're going to have the extra space in the kitchen as well as in the bathroom. So now we're moving over to the B5, which is our first 2-bedroom. I'm not sure if I was the biggest fan of this floor plan, and I'll tell you why. Obviously, you've got your storage, coat closet, and utility room directly over to the right. But you've also got your bathroom here, of which will be connected to our first bedroom here, which is carpeted, and you've got your floor to ceiling windows, which obviously brings in a ton of natural light along with a nice view of the city. And then you're going to have a dual vanity in here, which is cool. And as you can see, the cabinets and shelves and drawers, tons and tons of space, and you do get a true walk-in closet. So if you've got the purses, the shoes, and everything else that you can imagine, you're going to have enough space back here to be dangerous, as well as having just extra space for linens in your water closet. But I wanted to give you another look of the shower, as it is a true walk-in that also has a sit-down tub. And then coming into our next bedroom, honestly, it felt kind of like a den. I mean, we've got hardwood in here, but the reason why we can technically call it a bedroom is because we do have a walk-in closet here. But one of the things that I don't like about it is that you're gonna have to share that bathroom with whoever is gonna be staying in the primary bedroom, as well as obviously not having a ton of counter space, and you don't technically have an island in here. So if you're doing a lot of cooking, you might be able to get by if no one else is living here with you. But at the end of the day, it's your unit, and I will let you pick your poison on that one. So our next 2-bedroom is going to be the B7, and this is my favorite 2-bedroom, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One, your utility room is separated, so it's not going to be in your closet. It's not going to be near the common areas, which is cool. This is furnished, so you're going to get a pretty good idea of like what this unit could actually look like with all of your stuff in it. But on top of that, why I like this unit is that you get your own island, and you've got a ton of counter space in here. So if you are living with someone else, maybe you guys like to share the kitchen, or if you guys like cooking, you're gonna have a ton of elbow room in here, along with a more spacious living room. On top of that, once we get into the bedrooms, what you're going to see is that both bedrooms have an attached bathroom, which is cool, and you also have enough space for a king-size bed. And also, both rooms have walk-in closets. Obviously, this one is pretty large, so this is going to be the bigger closet of the two. So maybe if you do have a roommate, or if you're living with someone else, you guys can draw straws to see who gets the bigger closet. But the trade-off here is that whoever has the bigger closet is going to have a single vanity. So make sure that you note that for the bathroom, because when we get to the other bedroom on the other side, you'll notice it's a smaller closet, but it will be a dual vanity, as we see here. Our final 2-bedroom is going to be the B8, and to be frank with you, compared to the B7, which is what we just saw, I think they're pretty similar. The biggest difference is going to be obviously around 30 or 40 square foot larger for this one, but you're also going to have this longer, narrow hallway, which leads to your utility room, bedrooms, and your common areas. So keep that in mind if you're torn between the B7 or the B8. If you like the long hallway and more of an entrance into your kitchen and living room here, then probably the B8 is going to be the best fit for you. But if you don't really care about that, and if you like more of an open space, maybe the B7 is going to be your best bet. As someone that is looking to move into the National, you obviously are free to reach out to the leasing office directly. But just keep in mind, as I'm an apartment locator here in Dallas, I do have multiple relationships with a ton of apartment complexes. And oftentimes I can help you capture additional incentives that will make your living situation a little more affordable. And I am incentivized by the apartment complex to bring in new residents. So it's not like you're going to be cutting me a check for my services. That is taken care of by the other party. So if you're getting any value whatsoever from this video, feel free to drop me a line and I'd be happy to do the best that I can for you. Back to our floor plans, we are switching gears to the penthouse, and this will be the smallest and the most affordable of all three that we're going to show you today, which comes in at a whopping $13,000 a month and just under 2,000 square feet. One thing that you'll notice about the penthouses here at the National is that obviously you've got your main entrance, which is what I came through, but you will also have a service door entrance, which is essentially a secondary door, of which if you do order room service from the Thompson, you will not be bothered and you will have some privacy there. But as you can tell, you're going to have your own drink and bar area with an ice cooler, as well as having a huge kitchen and a walk-in bathtub. And if you've lived in penthouses in Dallas, or if you've seen some, this is a pretty typical style for the shower and the tub, both to be behind the glass with the shower drain right next to the tub. And for this being the larger of both bedrooms, you got a pretty decent amount of closet space along with these cupboards and a dual vanity in your bathroom. And then for this bedroom area, for this floor plan, obviously you'll have to exit the bathroom here to get to your bedroom, so make sure to take note of that. But you've also got some pretty sweet views up here, as we're up here on the 48th floor, which allows us to look down on all of the buildings. But coming into the second bedroom, you'll see that things flow a little bit easier. Still hardwood all throughout, floor to ceiling windows, but in terms of just flow, your bathrooms are going to be connected. But your trade-off there is that you're going to have a smaller closet and you're not going to have a tub in the shower. So just stand up, single vanity, so you kind of get to pick and choose which style you like better. Also wanted to show you the service entrance, which if you do get room service, this is where that person will enter, which also doubles as a utility room. You've got your side-by-side washer and dryer and your racking system. And before we wrap up this floor plan, just giving you a final look at the kitchen as well as some of the upgraded appliances. And this next penthouse PH4 floor plan, this is going to be the second most expensive floor plan that we're looking at today. 3-bedroom with a study, 2.5 bath, and around 1,000 square foot larger than the penthouse that we just saw, which was the smallest penthouse here at the National. And this one's going to bring in around $18,000 a month. So chances are, if you're living here, you're either playing basketball, playing baseball, and you're getting signed for it. You've got a ton of bedrooms here. I guess technically, if you had some other friends that are more established in their careers and are making more money, technically you could probably split some bedrooms, but this is going to be one of the utmost expensive, as you can tell with the finishes and with the views. This is a corner room, so you kind of got views on both sides, as well as just having a different entertainment stand with lots of shelving. You've got a huge kitchen here with a long island, as well as your custom appliances and your secondary sink as you're looking down on the city. And then our final floor plan of the day, which is the most expensive and the largest penthouse in the collection. This is PH6, which starts at just under $20,000 a month and a whopping $3,500 square feet. So I'm gonna let the video do the talking, but long story short, if you are interested in a penthouse here at the National, feel free to drop me a line so that we can get you connected and get you the best deal as possible. Now moving over to some of the amenities, like I said, all of them are on the 9th floor. Some of them are shared with the hotel and then some aren't. For example, this one is specifically for the National and this is your resident lounge. So obviously it still has the look and feel of a hotel, which I really like. They've got a huge bar here with bar stools, TVs that are always playing the game, as well as your own theater room. And across the way here on the 9th floor, we have the Pet Concierge, the 19th hole, and the gym. So talking through the Pet Concierge, I've seen similar setups at other apartment complexes, but this is definitely in a league of its own. You can buy treats and toys and essentially just drop them off to hang out with other pets. So not having a lot of yard space here in downtown Dallas, a pretty neat perk of the National. Then right next to the Concierge, we have the 19th hole, which as you can tell, we have a golf simulator, open seating, shuffleboard. There's also a pool table in here, and they've got their own golf clubs, as well as the Golden Tee arcade game there in the corner. If you've ever played it, it's at tons of bars and restaurants here in the Dallas area. But you've also just got an overall more of a lounge area as we're overlooking the terrace, the pool, and the putting green. And just to reiterate, these areas are specific to the National. So you're not going to have hotel residents from the Thompson that are going to be intermingling. This will be just for you and your neighbors, as we are overlooking the pool from the secondary lounge. There is also a secret wine room here. You can find this on the website, and you can also rent this by the room, as restaurants will come down here to pull wine for their guests. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a ton of footage of the pool. There's hotel residents out there, so for privacy concerns, I wasn't able to shoot that. But I was able to get some of the gas grills that you have out here, as well as the gym. The gym is actually very, very long, which is what I expected here at the National. There were like 2 or 3 squat racks that I saw with loose barbells, obviously tons of cardio equipment, and then the dumbbells are right behind me. So if you're thinking about canceling a gym membership, it could be a good reason to do that. And probably one of the most unique things about the National is that they have their own herb garden, of which the residents are totally free to pick your spices and whatever herbs that you're using or whatever herbs that you need. So make sure to keep this in mind if that is sort of your thing. That is going to wrap us up here at the National. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about anything that I covered in this video, feel free to drop me a line. All of my information is below in the description. I'd be more than happy to give you a look around downtown Dallas. But maybe the National isn't your vibe, which is cool because I've still got your back. Feel free to check out this playlist. I made a video just like this one over some of the most popular apartment complexes of Dallas, which could be helpful as you're doing some more research. So with that, hope y'all stay safe, and we will see you in the next video. Y'all be good.